Hello all and welcome to the next video. In the last video I took a look at Alpha Flight, the Alpha Flight pack. I say that hesitantly because one, it's been a couple of days since I've filmed anything. Um, excuse me. And two, I'm still not quite sure if this video will come out after that or if I'll wait to upload it or whatever, but I guess chronologically, if you want to like kind of know when I'm doing this, I'm doing it after the Alpha Flight video. So I opened up Alpha Flight and now I'm opening up this. It came in today, this morning. I got it. Excited. We are looking at the WWE Elite Rock and Mankind Rock and Sock Connection 2-pack. I love wrestling figures. I know I don't open them as often on here. Mainly just because I opened a lot of my WWE collection before I was making videos. If I could go back and film all that, I would. But we're slowly kind of getting into it more and more, I guess. I'm kind of caught up on a lot of the wrestling figures I want. There's a couple of new ones coming out that I plan to get. Like I'll get the Candice LeRae one. That one, you can pre-order that one right now, but I haven't yet. But I plan on getting that one. I'm gonna get that Kushida figure. There's a few on my list. I have the Cactus Jack ringside exclusive on pre-order too, so you know I have that coming in. Coincidentally enough, with this order also came the basic Chelsea Green. Funny enough, I ordered this and like 2 weeks later I pre-ordered it and like 2 weeks later she gets released. It was really weird. I just bought it because I liked her. I liked her character. I liked the Robert Stone brand thing she was doing there for a while. So when they said they were going to make a basic figure of her, I figured might as well get it. And then lo and behold, that's probably going to be the only figure we get of her. So hey, but this was kind of the main piece of that order. As anybody who knows me knows, The Rock is my favorite wrestler of all time. I think like my criteria for rating wrestlers is probably different than other people's. I tend to just kind of put overall entertainment factor above anything else, and I don't think there's very many people as or better of an entertainer than him. So there you go. Of course, I love Mick Foley. If you're a wrestling fan and you don't really like Mick Foley, I think there might be something wrong. He's one of those kind of like saints of the wrestling business, in my opinion. Just like you always hear nothing but good things about him. So huge fan of both. Obviously, as a kid, being such a big Rock fan, I hated Mankind because like I was growing into being a wrestling fan around that time. I started watching in the like summer of '98. So it was like when The Rock was really on the rise, and then he turned heel, and his first big feud is with Mankind. And I didn't really understand it. I didn't understand the good guy, the heels and the faces aspect of it. I was just a Rock fan, so I was I was going against anybody he was wrestling. Mankind happened to be one of those. Fast forward a year, and you're like in the summer of '99, and all of a sudden, The Rock and Mankind are the Rock and Sock Connection. So now I'm a Mankind fan. So it's funny how when you're like 4 or 5, the way that you kind of view it, you know, as compared to now. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool. We actually get 2 separate jackets, which is nice. I know we got a jacket before with the Defining Moments Rock, which is a decent figure. I think if you did some reworking with that, it would be a good figure. Because it did come with this Rock, like this shirt, the black and gold shirt. But like I think if you took like one of the more recent head sculpts of The Rock and stuck it on that Defining Moments figure with this, it'd be perfect. But yeah, funny enough, there's the back if you want to read that. I think it's funny they kind of colored Mick Foley's sweatpants blue here on the This Is Your Life segment that they did for The Rock. He actually wore his black ones. So they colored them blue to match the figure, but in that segment particularly, he actually had black ones. He wore the blue ones when they won the tag titles, like it says on the back, against what were they, like the Unholy Alliance, the Big Show and Undertaker? I think that's what they were called, right? The Unholy Alliance, does it say? Oh, it doesn't even say that they beat Undertaker and Big Show. Yeah, you can actually still find that clip. I think the WWE has that clip uploaded on YouTube. Find it. It's pretty entertaining to see The Rock and Mick Foley win the tag titles for the first time. But that's who they beat. They beat Big Show and Undertaker. And then faced off against them in like a buried alive match on SmackDown. It's wacky as hell. Like a tag team buried alive match. But yeah, excited for this. Happy to have it. Like I said, big Rock fan. I love Mick Foley. The last, I think, other than the Cactus Jack that's coming out, the last Foley we got was like that WrestleMania one, huh? And that figure blows. Like, good body sculpt. They got the clothes down, but it has like one of the worst head sculpts. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get into this. I do know one thing for certain about this figure that kind of already has me a little, I don't want to say disappointed per se. Not figure, well, one of them in particular. I don't want to say weirded out or but like more disappointed than anything. And I'll talk about it when I get this open. Bunch of tape on here. And I'm pretty sure this is not ringside exclusive. I don't think it is. I think the Cactus Jack is, but this isn't. That Cactus Jack looks awesome. He comes with the ECW, was like the ECW television title or something. So we got our figures. Why every Rock figure I buy, a hand comes out of the packaging that goes down here. When I unboxed that Ultimate, something very similar happened. I like the backdrop. We got a Rock and Sock backdrop. That's pretty cool. Like if you stuck it in a frame and hung it up or something. I'm not going to, but hey. If you can't tell, like I'm really excited for this just because it's been a minute since I've got to unbox some wrestling stuff. So, and yes, I still watch every week. If you want to know my opinions on wrestling, I think Raw sucks. I think SmackDown's pretty good. I really like NXT, and AEW is in some weird space where it's like, there are days I really like it, and then there are days I see something and I really don't like it. And then I'll try to catch Impact every so often, but I don't think we get the channel Impact's on now, because they're like really kind of down on the scale of television networks. But yeah, like, I think Raw is just, it's been really bad. I do like Bobby Lashley as champion and everything, but I watched like their first event with fans, and they were like both the Karrion Kross and Keith Lee things just had me baffled. I don't know what the hell anybody... I can tell you nobody was thinking. That's what it was. I enjoy SmackDown a lot. I really do. I like watching SmackDown. I like watching NXT. And then I think AEW is a little hit and miss for me. But I still watch it every week. So, and like I said, I don't really get to watch a lot of Impact because I don't think we have that channel. Lots of stuff to kind of get into here. Apologize for my ranting. If I start talking about wrestling, I won't shut up. And I know this. I've accepted that fact. First thing right out of the box here, I'm just going to kind of go through it. We got the sunglasses for The Rock. Pretty sure these are the exact same ones that came with the Ultimate figure. They look the same. These ones are a little bent, though, from the way they were packed, so that's kind of disappointing. As you already saw, he's got a hand. That's the one that fell out. Same hands we've seen before. Here is his other hand that goes with that. He comes with open hands, but he also comes with fisted hands. Which the other one has like got a thing on it. There we go. It had like a rubber band around it. There's his other closed fisted hand. We have the Rock jacket from Rock and Sock that he never wore, I believe. I don't think The Rock ever wore the jacket, right? I think only Mick Foley did. I think at one point Mick Foley wore The Rock's jacket, like, but I bet they sold on the market. The WWE shop or whatever. Yeah, it says Rock. It was like a sport jacket that Mick Foley made for them as a tag team, and I don't think The Rock ever wore it. Like, that was the gimmick. Like, The Rock didn't want to be a part of the tag team. Like, he was just there. It was like an ends to a means, and then it turned into something bigger. Rock and Sock Connection. It's a nice jacket. It's soft good. I'm really happy it's not a hard jacket. I'm pretty sure this is just, what, Velcro? Yeah, Velcro. So, cool. I'm always down with soft goods. I'm glad they packed them separately. As many of you know, wrestling figures in general have had an issue with, like, bleed through on the soft goods. So, maybe more importantly here, we have Mr. Rocco. So yes, if you've seen the This Is Your Life segment, Mankind gave The Rock his own Mr. Socko, and he was Mr. Rocco. And it was just a sock with like a airbrushed painting of The Rock on it. So we have Mr. Rocco, I think for the first time. I think this is the first time we've ever gotten Mr. Rocco. It's not quite accurate, I don't think. I think the Mr. Rocco sock actually had Mr. Rocco, like, printed on it, like painted on it, but still kind of cool to just see that that exists now. We'll get into some of Mick Foley stuff here. A couple of minor disappointing things just as I get into the Mick Foley accessories. Not so much the figure itself. I think the figure itself is going to be damn near perfect, but his extra hands, he comes with just one set of extra hands. He's got the open hands, and then he came with these, but they were like bent up because of the way they were packaged. This one's not as bad. I could probably heat that up and get that, or bend it back into place. That one's not as bad. This one though, like, what the hell? It was packed, the way it was packed in bent it completely in half. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to, I don't know, get that back in. So that sucks. We got here. Okay, we'll get into these. We have his Rock and Sock Connection jacket. And it says Mick. So we got Rock and Mick. I like it. Pretty much same exact jacket. It's just got Mick instead of Rock on it. So it is what it is. Cool. Alright, I guess we can go ahead and like cut these guys out. They got some bands on them I'm going to have to cut. Cut them loose here. Oh no. Why are those so hard to cut? Okay, apologies, I'm trying to get the bands cut. They're like really tight in here. There we go. Okay, we'll take a look at the Rock first. Oh, what? You'll notice he's got one on the leg too. Alright, there we go. Apologies, they had like a lot of little rubber bands on them. I don't know why. You very rarely get rubber bands on, or the plastic ties on the WWE figures like that. They're usually pretty in the blister pretty well. I'm trying to get them straightened out here. All right, cool. So here we have our Rock. First off, I had like a mini sneeze there. Apologies. First thing I really can tell you right off the bat that I like about this is the microphone. I know that sounds weird, but we've had the SmackDown, like the classic SmackDown microphone come with the Rock before, and now we have the Raw as War one. Mick Foley comes with the exact same one, so I think that's cool that we're getting like a retro designed microphone. I mean, yeah, it's if you've seen one Rock figure, you've kind of seen them all, especially because a lot of them are using like the same trunk design, like that classic late 90s, like going into 2000 Rock design. I think in like when he came back in, what, 2001? might have been when he like changed the design, or mid 2000. It was somewhere around there when he changed the design. It wasn't just the blocky rock letters. It was like the more stylish rock kind of signature look. And then I think the back with the Brahma bull has always stayed the same, like the bull with the outline of a color. These are red. They're outlined in red, which is pretty much the same ones that he wore when he won the title. They're the same ones he wore throughout a lot of that time period, the red with the silver. I do wish we would get different colors of these. I think that would be cool. Like, I get why the Ultimate came with that color, because it was depicting, like, the night he won the Deadly Game tournament and won the belt, and he was wearing the red ones. And I think during the tag team match he was wearing the red, but I do think it would still, like, you can kind of go out of your way to change the color, and I don't think people would mind it too much. That way we could get some differentiation, because most rock figures are going to be the same thing if they're all just going to have this red logo. I remember for, like, WrestleMania 2000, or I know Backlash 2000 for sure, he had like the all gold ones. Those were cool, where the outline and the name was in gold. So, you know, I think it'd be cool to kind of change that up. One thing about this one I do like, though, we got the elbow pads. I think the Ultimate version didn't have the elbow pads, but it was like advertised as having them, so that was weird. Yeah. I will say, this is one of the better application of his boots that I've seen. I think maybe even more so than the Ultimate. A lot of times one of his boots, it'll kind of be folded up and like weird because they don't put the strap over the calf like they're supposed to. It'll go on like underneath it and like crunches and folds. But they got it pretty spot on this one. I like that. Same body, same thing we've all seen. He's got his old style bull tattoo. He's got the sideburns, which interestingly enough, I think by this point he might have cut them a little bit, but it's okay. I still like the long sideburns. My biggest complaint about this figure overall is the face. I get they were going for like the smirking rock. I kind of get it, but I don't know. It looks weird. Like it kind of looks like a lazy smile. I don't know. I'm not too big on the face they used for this one. I think it's a good rock like head to have if you're gonna like swap it out for something maybe, but I don't know. I wouldn't want this to be like the main head I use on a rock figure. I kind of like the one that came with the Ultimate and then was on the basic 100 a while back, which that's like I think a perfect rock head sculpt almost. It works for what it is. I just think it like it looks better from that angle. Up front though, it looks just like a weird half-ass smile that I don't know, doesn't really fit him. But beyond that, that's our rock. Like I said, I think the microphones are really cool. I do think like that's the best application of his boots we've ever seen. So yeah, I think even the Ultimate has a lot of issues with like the crumbling of the boots. I don't know. I'll have to dig out the Ultimate and like check, because if this Elite is like overall better than the Ultimate, which it can happen. The Ultimates are great, but sometimes the head scans or something little is off about those Ultimates, and the Elites are still kind of better at times. If overall like the boots on this one are better, I might just take the Ultimate head scan and plop it on this one, because he comes with the elbow pads too, which you can take off, but they are a pain in the ass to take off and put back on. Oh, I didn't talk about this with the Mick Foley one. We have Mr. Sacco. Apologies, I set it to the side and forgot about it. So we have Sacco. We've had Saccos before. I still have my classic Superstars Mick Foley, the first Mankind figure we got that came with the Sacco. So yeah, it's not the first time we got a Sacco, but that it was the first Mankind that was in the classic Superstars line. Yeah, I like it. It's Sacco. What can you say? I find it funny that Mick Foley can tell you the differences in the Saccos. Like if it's got the more filled out beard, then it's like, and it's more detailed, than it's the one that their backstage artist did, their prop guy. And if it's just like the eyes and mouth or whatever, then it's the one he did. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get Mick out. Still trying to get like all the little pieces cut here. So apologies. I didn't finish cutting him all the way out. Okay, I think we got him out. Ooh. He didn't want to come out of the blister there for a minute. Alright. We got our Mick Foley, Mankind. By this point, like, it was kind of weird how they were portraying him, because he was still Mankind, but they had no problem just calling him Mick as well. So, like, and everybody knew he was Mick Foley anyways. He was Cactus Jack, he was Mick Foley, he was all that. Does this mask come off? Oh, it does! I didn't know that. I'm pretty sure I saw that, like, in the promo images. I just forgot. But, like, I'm kind of shocked right now. I just totally forgot that. Like, yeah, it comes off. Oh, I'm so happy now. Anyways, yeah, here we go. Mine's got a little bit of a QC thing there, like, beneath the knee. Nothing too major, but kind of upsetting to see. Kind of goes with his ragtag look a little bit, but still. They did give him just the white sneakers. He did wear just white sneakers. I do wish they were a little bit dirtier, though, because the ones he wore did look scuffed up and dirty and gnarly. You could probably do that with some, like, paint or something. But yeah, white shirt, black tie, pretty simple. I can't remember if he wore, like a different tie, or if he just wore the black one during that match. Because Mick Foley did wear, like, different colored ties, like, different designs. So I'd have to go back and look. I don't know if it was just plain black or not during that match. But he's also got the Rawest War microphone. And yeah, I mean, there you go. He wore the blue sweats during that match where they won the tag titles. But during the This Is Your Life segment, they were black. He wore the black ones. Look at that. That head scan. That head scan is so much better than the WrestleMania one we got. Like, if you just add some age to that, there you go. It would have been great. I'm going to issue here trying to get the mask back on. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm going to keep the mask on. Yeah, looks great. I like the hair. I like the hair mold. Like, this is a damn near perfect, like, Mankind. I need to check the tie, but beyond that, like, the head sculpt, too. Like, if you're going to do Mick Foley's, use that head sculpt from now on. That looks way better than the WrestleMania one we got a couple years ago, or whatever. Yeah, I like this. This is really good. Let's see if he stands. Hey, look at there. What about Rock? Yeah, there we go. Cool. Yeah, so they stand. We're pretty good. We got Mick over here. We got Rock here. Like, I like it. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of The Rock, so when I see them releasing something for him, I tend to kind of wonder if it's something I'm going to get or not. I won't be getting the new Rock Ultimate. It's like modern bald Rock. I already have one of those, so I'm good. I don't need the Ultimate for that. So not getting that. But yeah, we got Rock and Sock Connection here. I like them. I think they go well together. I would like more classic Rocks, but with different trunks, like the different colored trunks. But beyond that, like, you know, no real complaints. It is accurate to what they were doing, so I get that. Excuse me. My nose, like, got weirdly blocked for no reason all of a sudden. But yeah, there we go. Rock and Sock Connection 2-pack came in this morning. Thought I'd just go ahead and open it up. I got real giddy when I saw it, so because I hadn't opened anything wrestling in so long. But thank you guys for checking it out. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, cool. I will catch you guys in the next video.